Hello beautiful people, welcome to this YouTube video. Thyna here, and today I'm sharing with you guys how a toxic relationship ruined my other relationships when I was single. Being in a toxic relationship is no joke. People take dating and being with someone so lightly. Being with one wrong person can change the course of your life. So I don't want to preach, I really just want to share my story. So yeah, I'm one of those females who have been in a toxic relationship. I wouldn't necessarily call it a relationship, because now that obviously I can look back at it, I'll call it someone taking advantage of me, advantage of my kindness, advantage of my everything. So I'm gonna take you guys to how it started. And I saw a video of an influencer saying once your life is going great and everything, you just meet somebody who wants to ruin it, so keep binding the enemies. That was my experience, guys. I met someone through music, so of course I meet every other person through music, right? So it was like a normal meeting on Instagram, and on Instagram, guys, take note, on Instagram. But I liked their music, and we liked each other's vibe, and this video is not about anyone. This video, I'm gonna take you guys through how I entered into a toxic friendship relationship. This person was my friend and everything. Would always call me over the phone. We're always talking, and I was in this relationship. It started well off nice because they met me on Instagram. Of course, everyone looks perfect on Instagram, right? Until they met me in person, and one day the person was asking me, "What's your tummy? Your tummy looks like you had a baby before." Do you know something? When I look at my pictures then, I'm like, God, give me back this stomach I was praying away. Like, now that I've even had a baby, it's like, how could somebody be saying all those hurtful things to me, talking about my tummy, saying, oh, yeah, your tummy is big, sharp, saying it in passing, and all, my self-esteem was reducing. Then I had my spa, I was making my money, I was comfortable. So just listening to the lies this person was telling me, I'm not the one person. In fact, I'm not that stupid to be rolling with people who don't celebrate me. I'm never that one person. I don't know what I was looking for from this person. I don't know. Maybe because they were subtle with how they were insulting me, so I didn't see it as an insult. I just started to tell myself, oh yeah, my tummy is quite big, sharp. Oh yeah. When this person met me, they were worshiping my feet, and that's how it can start. They were asking me out, I was playing, I'm not really interested, but they were the only person, he was the only person I was giving attention to at the time. Men were literally lining up at my spa. I'm not even exaggerating. If you know my spa, or anyone who knows me when I had a spa, ask them. They were literally coming in and out. This one will come and lay their own resume to me. I'll tell you, no, next person. It was that crazy with the attention I had, because I was single, I had body confidence, I was walking with my head up high, all of a sudden it started to, to bend me. The relationship started to bend me, and I was telling every other person, I have someone. And it's like, and I'm a Christian girl, and this person started to pay their tithe because of me, was listening to my pastor. I was just, they were showing me signs of, I want to know God more. So I thought I was God to bring them. See, listen, ladies, it's not your position to change anyone. I thought I could change that person. That's why I don't give room for females when you're just dining with the devil. There's this lyrics I wrote. I haven't released the song yet, but my YouTube fam gets to see it, which is, when I was dining with the devil, he came and broke the table and freed me. God literally broke that table. I was eating with the devil, smiling. Because it started like that, it would have entered into deeper things, like, just losing everything I had just because this person didn't see good in me. If they saw slimmer girls, they'd be like, oh, she's slim, and me that I'm quite, chubby or thick, as my husband would say. I was uncomfortable with myself. myself, do you know that this toxic relationship, it lasted for what? It lasted for 5 months. And in these 5 months, they borrowed money from me that they did not pay back till date, which obviously I don't care about. God is blessing me. 2, they were talking down on me, like indirectly, or like, you know, they were comparing me with another female artist who makes music. Telling me, oh, that one has like a, you know, that one has a sexual vibe that you don't have. My people see me see case, so I was like, me, sweet girl. I didn't know all of this till someone else came into my life, which is now my husband. But he wasn't my husband then, he was just my friend. One thing I remember, one thing that stood out, it affected my relationship with, you know, other men after I'm trying to say a lot at once. Let me calm down. So, he used to tell me that around I have like birthmarks by the side of my face. It's black. It's not black, but it's darker than my skin shade. You get it? Some people have that from sunburn, from everything, but I've had it since I was born, says my mom and everyone who knew me as a baby was telling me that my face is dark, my eye thingy is dark, and I was like, okay. Do you know that when I became friends with 24 and we saw a picture and 24 was like, was just referring to something about skin tone, I became so defensive and offended. You're talking about my skin tone and he didn't mean it that way. Kai, do you know something? Ladies, avoid toxic men. That's why I'm making this video. My self-esteem had to be built first in the place of prayer, in the place of studying God's word, and then marrying God's son. Because if they even saw me after I gave birth that I was with everything that happened to me in the hospital, they wouldn't even say hello to me, because to them beauty is just what you look like in the face. They don't know that beauty is inward and then outward. And when I saw that person, that the kind of people they were mingling with right after I pulled out of them, I was like, yeah, Justina, you really wasted your time. You wasted 5 months of your time hearing rubbish and just receiving rubbish. They'll be borrowing you money, collecting your products, they won't pay. And you know, I laughed. You know what? Before this relationship started, I randomly told my mentor about this guy. Not that I want to date him, that this is my friend, look, listen to his music. My mentor just said, Thyna, avoid this person. He doesn't know him from Adam. He told me to avoid that person. He didn't say, let me go and pray and come back. He told me on the spot. And I avoided the person for like 3 to 4 weeks and jumped right into them again. I became friends. I had another friend too who is godly, goes to my church, you know, was always there for me, but it wasn't really my vibe. Like, I wasn't enjoying speaking to him, right? So I had a lot of proposals from a lot of people, even whilst this one, but they weren't really my type. So I really could not settle for what is not my vibe, like someone I couldn't laugh with. This my other friend I saved. He sends me PDF, sends me scriptures every morning. He used to send me scriptures every morning. You know, the relationship was so pure with this my other friend, and then there's this toxic one that I was still giving attention to this toxic one because I connect more with them. So ladies, remember this. Don't say because I connect more you waste your time. God has his son for you, that you connect with, and will be everything that you wrote in your list. So all the days of doubting myself were over. People always talk about how my confidence is like on A1, my body confidence, I don't really wear waist trainers and all those things. You know, even after having a baby, it's not rocket science. My husband started to tell me how beautiful I am. Started to praise my stomach. I was telling you guys in the other video, my testimony video, my tummy was like a refrigerator. My husband was telling me, your tummy is really fine. It is so beautiful. Stretch marks shows us where we've been. It's a road that shows kiniko. I have some stretch marks here from pregnancy. They're still there. They're fading out, you know, bit by bit, because they didn't appear in one day. So they're not gonna go in one day. Which reminds me, I'm gonna do like my skincare routine, how my skincare, my natural oils have, taken away all the stretch marks. Anyways, my husband is pushing for me to, wear things that shows my stretch mark because it is not a sin. All my life I thought, it's ugly. Anyways, I'm so touched making this video because I never thought that someone would celebrate me the way that my husband celebrates me. I'm not talking about my qualities. I know that God is helping me to be an excellent person, but I mean with the way I used to look before I married him, and the way that pregnancy and becoming a mom has changed my body. And obviously I'm 4 months postpartum. I'm getting back on track, pretty swiftly. All the thick black stretch marks I had on my stomach were fading away, but they didn't just fade away like that. Somebody told me that they would fade away. Somebody told me that even while they're there, they're beautiful. So on my birthday this year, my husband got me this set of. I'm so touched. Father, I thank you. My husband got me this set of beauty skincare things because I've always been waiting to do my skincare myself back in Nigeria, but I don't have that luxury anymore to get all the organics I use. So he started to Google search on how to get these products that would firm my body back up, because it doesn't matter to him, but it mattered to me so much, and got this product and just kept it beside my bed the night of my birthday or 2 nights after my birthday. And he had gotten it since he hid it somewhere in the house. But I didn't go there. He hid it in my wardrobe, guys, and I really don't wear clothes when I'm home, so there's no point hiding anything in my wardrobe. I'm not going to go there till I'm going to church or I'm going out. So I didn't see my birthday gift on my birthday, so 2 days later, when he now got tired and literally put it beside my bed. So when I turned to take the lemon and ginger tea he made for me, I will now see it, and it's like, wow, God, I thank you for removing myself from darkness and planting myself into your light. Most of us, we think that God is the one that will come and drag us out of that relationship. If you don't bring yourself out, you're going to stay there. God has given us free will. He needs you to know that you deserve better than this. The moment I said I deserve better than this, all I did was I called the person and said, don't call me again. He was wondering why. I said, don't call me again. And now placed my phone on the dressing mirror. I'm quite a drama queen. And I was like, you were making me doubt this body. You were making me not believe in myself. And the person was like, who is this? Literally, like he was like, I didn't know mean it. And so I said, don't call this number again. Then I was already talking to 24 others. But I didn't tell 24 others like anything about that person until we became married, and then obviously. But when you're dating, don't carry this one matter put on top this one, carry this one matter put on top this one. He didn't even know that I had been insecure about my belly, my skin. Sometimes our skin will not always, favor us. Sometimes I'm the glow queen. Sometimes I have ovulation. It's not as glowy as it normally should be. So all the doubts I had started to die out in prayer. I remember one day during COVID, I used Judy K's song, Capable God. I was worshiping this song, and I was remembering all the lies that person had lied to me about my outward appearance, and I was just sticking around because we vibe, smelling vibe, because we make nice music, they produce beats for me. Are you crazy? I didn't even know that God had somebody who would produce even better beats for me and believe in me. I was praying with Capable God. You do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you to do, it doesn't exist, oh. Can never ever exist, oh. It is hard for me to rid me of every pain that I felt doubting myself. Rid me of everything that because I'm the one person who believes in people. I'm the one person who, wants to give my everything for people. And I'm now in your life and you can't appreciate it. You're even diminishing the opportunity. So I prayed. I didn't tell 24 who is my friend was speaking to like every second of the day. I just told him I need to go now. I think he had to do something and then he left the video call because we were on video call 24 hours, 7 days. Every time, literally. So I had to leave the video call. I needed to pray this off. God told me to do a fasting. As God told me to do a fasting, God told him to do a fasting. And this reminds me, maybe I should make a video. Yeah, you people said I should make a video how I knew he was the one. Guys, how I knew he was the one. So many things combined. And it's like, ooh, look at God. So I started praying off all the pain, just so that's why I encourage ladies, heal before you deal. I didn't want to carry all the pain from that person and put on top this innocent person that I now finally married. I didn't want that. I wanted to be, clear, and I like that God gave me about 12 months to be clear. So, no, not 12 months. God gave me 11 months to be clear of every energy from that person, and then to now marry my husband. God gave me that long, about a year, to heal completely. That from the day I made that prayer that God rid me of everything that I've told. I don't want to doubt myself, and I don't want to doubt your son for me. I don't want to disrespect him because somebody has been, disrespectful to me. I want to deal with him as him. Do you get what I mean, guys? So some people have like, hey, don't submit to any man. No, men has come. I don't believe in that. Not all men has come. That's my own belief. So I didn't want to think, hey, men will take your money, men will use you, because that's what I'd experienced. They will take your money, they will take your products, they will not pay. This other person is paying for everything he buys. I have tiny oil perfumes, if you know, he still pays for them. But I would have used that person's bad experience to now crown my own husband. God forbid. So ladies, you need to be careful. That is why it's so important to heal before you deal. You need to break up from every kind of relationship that has hurt you. I'm not talking about break up with them. I mean break up with them in your psychology. Break up with them in your mind. Break up with them in your spirit. Break up with them in if you perceive any smell, you will say, oh, it smells like him. Are you joking? Okay. One of my mentors told me how they broke up with the person they were going to marry because she was still stuck on her ex. If she wears a nice sneakers, you tell her, oh, nice sneakers. She'll say, oh, this person bought it for me. Are you joking? If you break up, you break up. Whatever your ex got for you, you stop using them. That's how important these things are. People don't know this. You take what your ex bought for you into your husband's house. Are you joking? You need to break up completely. Nothing should be in your new family that you're now using to my ex. Which ex? Some people invite their exes to their weddings. That one blew my mind when they told me. You need to heal. Healing is not that they hurt you. Some people were in nice relationships that they didn't really hurt them. And then obviously they meet someone that God has said, oh, this is the one, marry this one. They're still friends with your ex, their ex. I don't understand. So that's what heal before you deal is. I made a post in my stories. Need to sip some. I made a post in my story talking about how, absolute submission is the way to enjoy your marriage. As someone who is married DM'd me and said, but it's not for every man. I said, sorry, now you make mistake. Yes, you're the one that used your two heads to enter that relationship. Nobody forced you. And I like how, it's not like before when they betrothed you. Now you have we all have the capacity to marry who we choose. So my husband doesn't like it when I say he chose me, I chose him too. It's true. Don't just let them choose you. They follow you with calls, follow you with messages, and you will just dive in. You choose them back. That's why you need to have a list. Okay, now I think I'm digressing, but I think it's important to add that into this video. I healed from that because I wanted to heal. It didn't happen by rocket science. And there's nothing about me now that is tied to anybody anywhere that is not my husband. So ladies need to understand it. It affected my other relationships in the time because obviously I had trust issues in the time, all those things. But once I decided in my mind and in my spirit that I was ready to get married, I knew that I could not, do crosswalk where they write cat, C-A-T, and then they draw a cat. Now, I couldn't draw men to, being users. Couldn't say men, users. Men, they owe you money. I didn't want to do that. I want to relate with my husband like he's the first person I'm meeting and know him for who he is, because he wasn't even raised by that person's parents. He doesn't, he didn't grow up like that person. So every one of us, we have our own trails from where we're coming from. We need to understand that. And so when I started to love myself and believe in myself, I'm happy that I did it before he finally came to Nigeria, because I'd be doubting myself. I went to the airport to pick him with normal outfits, no waist trainer, no dye, with my natural face, no makeup, no more makeup. The first day I saw my husband, and he proposed to me 2 days later. So all the things that I was lying to myself about, or they were lying to me about, I was happy that I built my confidence right before I got married. And obviously what has happened with having a baby, it shook me. But I'm happy that I made the right decision to marry somebody who believes in me without clouding it with anything. I don't know. I feel like I'm being really vulnerable in this video, but I think he's gonna bless somebody. Please look out for the signs. Find out if after you have a baby, will they still love you? Whatever happens to you in that process. Some people have vaginal tear. They literally use a scissor to tear everywhere. That wasn't my case. But will somebody even see you and say you're beautiful when you're walking like Winnie the Pooh because you have the vaginal tear? Ask yourself these questions. Anybody that makes you feel like another girl on Instagram is more important than you, please don't marry them. Anybody that makes you feel like your body type is not perfect, please don't marry them. I'm confident today with my body type, not because it came from heaven, it jumped on my head. It's because I'm hearing it. Faith comes by hearing. Belief comes by hearing. So as fears, so as doubt, so as insecurities. Everything comes by hearing. And I'm grateful to God that I heard the right things in the right time. And so I'm going out tonight looking sweet without trying to pad anything or hide any stretch marks if they will show, because I don't see why they are not beautiful. I don't see why. If the most important person in my life says it's beautiful, then it's beautiful. But unfortunately, some people have married people who don't believe in them. I was watching one reverend share her story, how after she gave birth, she had cesarean as well. Because when you have cesarean, they can't really press your stomach. They can't do a lot of things that they would have done for you. You can't really work out how people who had vaginal birth work out. So she was sharing the story how her tummy was so big, and her husband said, I'm going to buy you a popcorn machine and a big TV so that you stay at home and be watching TV and popcorn and be eating popcorn because I can't take you out. I was watching the video with my husband. My head was doing. I stood up from the bed. I was like, I go bust the man head. I was just saying it on behalf. She's not married to the person anymore, obviously. But I was like, so there are actually men who say your wife gave birth for you. For instance, I have a son now. Is my son bearing my father's name? No, he's bearing his name. He's bearing my husband's name. Somebody gave you a successor. Somebody gave you a child. You are telling them that they are belly too big, that you buy them popcorn machine. With which teeth? Oh, my husband was just laughing. My brain was on fire. I said, go bust in my head. Because you don't even know. Having a baby is like life and death. Life and death. And for me, I wasn't praying for a child. I wasn't even psychologically ready. And then it happened, and then I now had everything I have. Somebody's not telling me this. Some people literally commit suicide. They call it postpartum depression in this country. Do you know something? After I had a baby, crazy. My blood is hot. After I had a baby, these people in this country, they call them health visitors. They started calling me because they had read my files. They saw everything that happened to me. They started to check. Do you have any mental health issue? Are you going through what do they call them? Domestic violence. And domestic violence is not that you raise your hand to slap your wife. If you're verbally insultive, it's domestic violence to these people. And I'm like, see how they're checking women because they know that women suffer from men. I was just answering them, no domestic violence, no mental health issues. And then I thought, so there are women in this world that answer to these questions. There's domestic violence after having a baby. There are women in this world that tell these people that there's mental health issues. No help, no love from the so-called partner, but they are the first to put their thing inside. They are the first to sit there and put their microphone inside, and they are not even no. No, I can't even deal. I can't even think of the state of mind I was in when I had this boy, this my child. I said, so you hate me? If you see me, then somebody will not be in the corner telling me, buy me popcorn machine to be watching TV. In fact, now that I've given birth, I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just telling you people how important it is. Now that I've given birth, my husband wants to show me off even more. Because he's like, now we'll go out. Somebody, when we were dating, he told me he doesn't like post PDA, public display of affection. He told me, oh, now we'll be on the train, you'll be touching me. I said, you said you don't like postpartum. What are they calling it? PDA, public display of affection. Why are you displaying now inside this train? On the road. And it just builds my confidence. Oh, you both with flat tummy will be passing by. And obviously, they'll be looking at us like this. God, I beg, when? And it's like, I need to make this video to tell women that there's nothing you would look like that permits any man to say the less of you or the least of you. You are beautiful the way you are. And all the times I allowed a toxic relationship affect, who God has called me. God has called me beautiful. God has called me chosen. God has called me blessed. God has called me separated for glory. And so when I started to find the truth, God's truth in my life, I was like, there are people who are afraid of their husbands. Their husband when they come back from work, once they see here the car. See, now I'm not talking our mothers, I'm not talking olden days. I'm talking about today. Till now, people are afraid of their husbands. Till today, when he's coming back, they will be doing if I'm tired, I'm tired. When I'm tired, I'm tired. When I can, I can. And enough of all these people preaching that marriage is like a box. If you open it and see a snake, you take it. If you open it and see a bird, you take it. You need to be responsible for your life. I chose. I didn't let anybody choose me. Such an important message.
The way you carry yourself.
It's how you carry yourself. You're thinking, man, I don't want now. Look at my tummy. They stretch mark on my tummy. It's not. You are as beautiful if you can accept it. What are you doing? I can't believe I'm filming on YouTube and you're filming me on your phone.